For your time, Jonas. Could you just take me through this game, your overall thoughts, and just the game plan, the execution that your team had, as well as the defensive execution tactically with Houston?
Yeah, where do we start? Maybe we start with the goals, because they tell one story of the game. In all three goals, I think we need to be very disappointed with the way that we defend, both individually and as a collective. And of course, that's really below our standards in how we should be defending. And being that it doesn't happen only once during the game, but it more than becomes a pattern happening 3 times, I think that's on me, on the way I prepare the players to be able to deal with those situations. So I have to take full responsibility of saying, like, it can't look like that if you want to win games in this league. And that's not taking away anything from what Houston is doing in these situations, but we as a defending team must be doing much better than that. Then, of course, the goals, they put their mark on the game as well, and especially when it comes to the 2-0 goal, it's a difficult moment for the team. I do think, though, that where we speak about attitude and a willingness to keep on fighting and trying to create and find a way back into the game, I think that the players are doing that really well. And we know that, of course, we're going to have some situations that will expose us a little bit more. It's about the risk taking in the second half, and that unfortunately pays off in the different direction with them scoring a 3rd goal. But we had plenty of opportunities to get that 1st goal. Just didn't go in today. In the first half, we attacked with too few players, and that's an important learning for us there. There's a lot of good situations where we're playing ourselves through and we're creating situations that should be threatening, but we have too few players in these moments. So there are room for improvement.
Yes, the other one here.
Yes, hello. So on the 6 matches before the long international break, the team scored 12 goals. Today is the 6th match after the long international break, and the team only has 3. Even on matches when the team has been trying, but the goal does not seem to go in. Do you think it is because the defenders of the other teams have learned how to defend against your team, or what are your thoughts about that?
Like I said before, I think you have to look at it in goals from goal scoring opportunities. Today, I think we create a lot of goal scoring opportunities, right? Their goalkeeper makes some phenomenal saves, and also their central defenders are throwing themselves on the line and getting some really last-second clearances. So, of course, the other team is going to try to adapt and do their thing, but we need to be really good at doing our thing. And today we certainly create enough opportunities to score at least 1 goal, but we didn't. So we need to take ownership of that. And I have a quote that I keep reminding myself on, and it's about, you can either have results or excuses. I don't believe you can have both. So we need to focus on what we can control.
Yes, anyone else in the room? Yes, Abraham?
Could you share with us what your message was to the team after the match? It looked like it was a pretty stern conversation about the performance.
No, I said I take full responsibility, just like I told you guys over there. I said I could see the fight, the passion, and the willingness of the players for the whole 90 plus at the time, and that's a really important thing for us to be able to build on. And so it was just that, and knowing that there are small details in this game, even if the result is big, there are small details that maybe can swing things the other way, and we need to do them better in the future. So yeah, the message after the game was my responsibility taking and trying to praise the players for some of the things that they did really well.
Yeah, we'll do last one here.
And how much does the team have to work to get back into the high standards that the team has been probably shown?
A lot. there's no shying away from that. That this league is very tough, and we need to work very hard. And as I started off saying, that the way we're defending on the 3 goals that they scored today, it's nowhere near the standards that we need to have as a team defending. And if you defend like that, you're going to concede goals in this league. And of course, at the moment, when we have a little bit harder to score goals, it's really tough when we concede 3 to win a football match.
Okay, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you guys. We'll see you
Thank you.
on Friday. Go ahead.
Thank you for your time. Could you just take us through the game today in terms of just the physicality of it? Houston came in and was really physical in the presence, especially in the last third. And then what made it difficult to be able to just get that ball across that line tonight?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it kind of came down to us. I don't think our technical execution was good enough in the first half, and I think that let us down a little bit, and it made it a little bit more difficult to get back in the game. But I think as the game went on, second half going on, we started to play how we wanted to, and we're creating a lot of chances. It's just coming down to, like you said, getting the ball over the line, but we're doing a lot of really good things. It's not all perfect, and we know that, and we know we have a lot of room to grow, but we are creating chances, and eventually they're going to start getting put away for sure.
Who else in the room? Anybody? Yep, go ahead.
Kennedy, on the defensive end, it seemed like tonight was a struggle. What made it so difficult against Houston to try to keep them from scoring tonight?
I think overall our intensity just wasn't where it needed to be. We needed to get stuck in a little more and be honed in on our 1v1 defending, and I don't think it was at our standard tonight, and that's something that we all acknowledge and take, and we'll learn and grow in time for next Friday. We have a game coming up soon, but I think it just comes down to us not being up to our standard for 90 minutes, so definitely something that we're going to hone in on for next week.
Yeah, go ahead.
What can you guys take away from this game that you can utilize in your game against Scotland on Friday?
I think a massive takeaway from this game is reminding ourselves to kind of go back to our roots and like kind of where we were in our thought process in the beginning of the season of understanding and believing internally who we are and our style of play and our belief in ourselves. And I think that when we play like that and we play like us and we execute the way we know we can technically, no team like stays with us in this league, and that we can really outpossess and outplay a team. And I think that right now it's contagious, so it's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's inevitable to flip kind of back in our direction, and once it does, it's like once it rains it pours, and we know that's the mentality we have going into next week.
Yeah, go ahead here, and then we'll go to you.
Yeah, hello. So we just came from a very emotional speech by Alex Morgan where she included both past and present players. Can you tell us how do you feel wearing the same shirt that she was wearing when she retired, and also the overall thoughts about the jersey retirement?
Yeah, I think it's super inspiring. I mean, I grew up an Alex Morgan fan. I had a poster of her above my bed, and I'd tell her that to her face, but to be able to not only be a fan of hers, but to be her teammate at some point is something that I never dreamed of, and seeing how she's paved the way, not just for women's sports, but for moms, for women in business, and all of the avenues that she's able to navigate is truly incredible, and it's really exciting to see her be recognized for that. I don't think we've come a long way where women are now being celebrated for all of that stuff, so to be able to see it in fruition is really, really cool.
And of all people, I mean, to see Al, someone we know as a friend, as a person, and as a teammate, it's so deserving. I mean, the speeches said it themselves. For someone to be so brave and so humble to, utilize the platform that she has to elevate the game, like that's just not something that you come by. That someone's brand or someone themselves can literally lift the entirety of the sport and women's sports in general onto a pedestal it's never been on. It's actually incredible. So yeah, just so deserving, and what a special night to be able to be here to celebrate her.
We'll do last one with you.
To kind of build off that, is there a singular moment in Alex Morgan's career that inspired you the most?
Oh my gosh, on the spot. I'd say, for me personally, a huge moment is her, and I guess it's Al's participation and also her driving a lot of the equal pay for women in the game internationally. As someone who plays with the Republic of Ireland, that's something that, not that many years ago we had nothing, we didn't have either. And it's something discussed amongst us as leaders and as amongst us as teammates in the team, that we look at things that like Al and the US national team were able to do and utilize, and it's still something that we look at to say, hey, like these are possible for us. And again, like it's a small way, it's a thing for them, for the US, but it's something that like all other countries and all other women's sports can really leverage as well. So for me, yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, I think just adding on briefly, just being with her as a teammate, the level of excellence that she brought out of everyone else was really inspiring. She didn't matter who you were, how old you were, how long you'd been on the team. She demanded a level of excellence that I think was so respected and inspiring in and of itself. It made all of us want to be better. We pushed her to be better at the same time. So just her level of standard and respect that we all had for her was really nice and fun to be a part of.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Love Jonas.